Yo guys, what is up and welcome back to a brand new video here today, my second one of the day and my second MotoGP video here today. And earlier on this morning guys, I did do a video with a bit of a test session actually. It was a mid-season test at Catalonia, testing out next season's 2021 Aprilia. So if you haven't seen it guys, check the video out by clicking the link in the top right hand corner of your screen. But today we are back now to regular career mode action, and today we're going to be racing at the Sachsenring for the German Grand Prix. I thought the race would have been Assen, but it turns out the calendar was actually switched round in 2020, and it's now Sachsenring, and Assen will be the next race. Now, this is going to be our first race, of course, since the mid-season test, and also our first race with our brand new data analyst, Matthew Lee, on the right-hand side of the screen. And we do have upgrades about 3 weeks away for each department, so upgrades are going to be arriving very soon, especially for the start of the second half of the season. With that being said, though, you can see in the bottom left, we are leading the championship by 9 points. We did crash in the last race in Catalonia, and we finished in P10 in that race, and that allowed Marquez to close the gap considerably in the Riders' Championship. But we're going to get things underway at the ring, of course, and this is Marc Marquez's circuit. He's won here every single year, so if we can pull off a win here, this would be a phenomenal result. So let's jump into practice and let's see how the bike feels going into the race weekend. Worth noting as well, it's actually the start of the Riders' Market window. Now this actually makes things quite interesting, because does that mean other riders will change team? Is there rider transfers in MotoGP career? I guess we'll find out, but it does mean we could potentially move team. Will we move team? I'm not sure we will. But you never know, if the right offer comes along, things could change. But for now, we're sticking with Aprilia. Anyway, let's jump into the weekend here at the Sachsenring. Here we are then, second race now with our newly coloured and, reskinned Aprilia colours for the Marwell team. And we're going to get this weekend underway. So, development test, we're going to go for the distance analysis first. We're going to strap on the mediums and the recommended fuel that the game wants. And we're going to get this weekend underway. I love this track, so I can't wait to get started. I love the waterfall, man. It's one of my favourite corners in all of Grand Prix racing. But here we go then towards the end of our first lap, and it's not been the best one. A bit scruffy here and there. We have kept the track affinity pretty high, but the lap in itself has not been great. Trying to stick to the line has cost me a lot of time and a few mistakes here and there. Do we beat the threshold though? No, we don't. We just missed out by half a tenth. That was nothing actually, considering the issues. Well, we're not going to get this program due to a fouled first lap, but we can definitely beat the threshold on our second one, I think. So let's try and do that. We're not actually going faster on this lap, but having said that, we did do a lot better through Sector 4. Power down at the final corner up to the line, and we do improve. We hit the target in the second lap, but it's not enough. Right, so we're now going to move into quick lap simulation, and we're going to strap on the soft front, soft rear, and the recommended fuel. It does feel like I've got very good pace around here compared to the AI, based off of the early lap times, but we'll confirm that in a minute once the practice session is over. Either way, we're going to see if we can do this one. I think we do have the pace to achieve this program, so I think we've got a good chance of doing it. So yeah, let's jump into it, and let's try and beat the time threshold. Gonna have to try and get past Bagnaia here. He's going to get in our way on this lap, so we need to try and find our way through if possible. Down the hill we go. We're actually going to go around the outside of the Pramac as we set fast this second sector, but we need to go a little bit quicker than that. And so we need to get into the 16.8s to be able to hit the time threshold. Let's see what our waterfall is like. A little bit wide there, missing the apex. But we are up by 2/10 as Petrucci crashes. Let's see how the lap ends as we break a bit too much there. That's going to ruin our momentum slightly. Now one more corner to go. Ooh, that's pushing the limit a lot there in terms of how late we can brake. At the final corner, will we hit the threshold limit? No, we don't. We fell on our first attempt. Right, let's try again. See if we can hit it second time round. I think we can. A tenth up this time round. We was nearly 3/10 up in the first sector, but we lost a little bit in sector 2. It wasn't as good as last lap. Having said that, that was a bit better through there this time. As we now enter the final corner, let's not run it as wide this time on the entry. That's much better. I think this time we will hit the threshold. Up the hill, across the line, and there we go. Job done. We'll take that for now. Not too bad. Job done then on the quick lap simulation. And we're now going to move into race sim. And we're going to strap on the medium hard rear tyres and also the recommended amount of fuel. So we're not going to do all of these laps, I don't think, unless I feel like I really need to. We're just about trying to feel the comfort in the bike and seeing if we're at a good pace. So yeah, the threshold is at 17.5. I think we could do that for a couple of laps, but let's see how the tyres hold up around here. End of lap 1, a little bit wide at the final corner, but we do hit the threshold as we match our personal best final sector. Let's try and do a few more laps like that, and then we'll call it a day, but let's see how these tyres hold up in race pace. Lap 2, out the final corner, up the hill. Another lap inside the threshold, pretty much identical to the previous lap. Seems like we've got good pace, which is good on these harder tyres. Let's see if we can confirm that for a third lap. Tyre temperature looks pretty good as well. Tucked in behind the Spargo here as we end lap 3. This is even better this lap, so the pace is picking up. Bike is getting a bit more loose though out of certain corners. But we do set a new personal best on this stint as we breeze past the KTM on the pit straight. I think I can actually beat my personal best, to be honest with you, if I hooked up a good lap around here with these tyres, but it's difficult because there's not much grip to be found. Currently matching my personal best on this lap as we go up the final corner. Struggling so much now to get some rear grip up to the line, and we do actually improve marginally, but we do improve, so we're going faster and faster here. Let's just finish this, so one more lap to go. Let's end this program perfectly and score a few R&D points. We may have traffic though. Catching up to Joan Mir and Brad Binder now. We are getting a little bit held up as we make our way now down to the waterfall. A little bit wide there, but we are going to get past the Suzuki and the KTM riders. On the brakes, getting some practice in for the race, of course. Yellow flag as Binder actually goes down behind us. Not sure what happened there, but Binder goes down. Out the final corner now. Easy does it. We're going to beat the threshold, but we're not going to set a new PB up to the line. And there we go, job done. Perfect program. We'll take that. That's good. Right, so we're into Q2, and to be fair, even after FP1, we was only clear by 0.4 of a second, so it's pretty close, but crucially, this is a wet qualifying, so we're going to see how this shakes out. It's going to be very interesting. Marquez, Rins, Dovi, Rossi, all going to be pretty quick in these conditions, so we've got our work cut out, but we're going to try and do our best, and hopefully we can try and get yet another pole position. Marquez with a crash early on in the session. You won't be happy with that. Right, power mode 2. Let's see what we can do in these conditions. Can we beat the king of the ring? Let's find out. Now Dobby's crashed as well. All the favourites are crashing. Petrucci as well. They need to fix that. There's some kind of bug in this game. There's too many crashes in every single race weekend. It's not realistic. Like, if they crashed like that in real life in every session, they wouldn't make it to the end of the weekend due to lack of parts and, you know, just damage. But either way, end of our first lap. And it's a 120.6. There's the benchmark. We'll go for one more lap. See if we can improve second time round. And then we'll call it a day for our first stint. Now Vinales has gone down. Literally all the favourites, all the heavy hitters are going down. Now Rossi as well. Meanwhile, we are absolutely flying on this second lap. Half a second up. W goes down for a second time. I really don't know what is going on with the riders around here, but Petrucci down for a second time. Into the final corner we go. Power down. There's Petrucci off the track as we've run up to the line and we improve by 6.5 tenths, and that, I think, is going to be pole already. That is a brilliant lap from us. Really strong pace. A sub 120 in the wet conditions. Oh, that didn't mean that. Well, there we go. That's going to be the end of our first run. So, yeah, let's go back to the pits. Let's get the bike repaired. And we'll see what other lap times the AI are doing around here. Right, so with 4 minutes to go, most of the riders who have crashed are in the pits. So Marquez 10th in the pits, Dovi 11th in the pits, Miller, who also crashed, I believe, is down in 12th, also in the pits. Rossi, who did crash, is at 3.6 off the pace. Vinales crashed as well, so did Petrucci. All these guys are way off the pace, so we've got some kind of bugged qualifying, because Alicia Spargo, who is often P12, is up in 3rd place. So it's a really, really weird qualifying. The AI not really showing their true pace. Maybe Crutchlow is the only one who's shown some kind of pace, a second off the pace. But I'm happy with that. I think we're done. No one's getting near our time, and it looks like none of the heavy hitters are going back out. So I think we are done for qualifying. Well, there's confirmation then, and we do secure yet another pole in a very weird session. In the end, Marquez and Dovi did go back out, but they were over 3 seconds off the pace. I think obviously damage to the bike did not help. So Marquez, Dovi, Petrucci, Viñales, Miller, Rossi, all of these guys crashed. So it's a weird session. Alicia Spargro is on the front row in the Works Aprilia. So that's going to be a fantastic quality from him and a really good result. And that is what you get for keeping it on the track and keeping it clean. But the race will be another story. It's a dry race, so it's going to be interesting. Either way, let's jump into it and let's get the German Grand Prix underway. Here we are then for the race. There is Cal Crutchlow once again on the front row. To be fair, his qualifying this season have been very, very strong on the LCR Honda, and credit to him for performing so well. There is Alicia Espargaro, the big surprise of qualifying, up in 3rd place on the Works Aprilia. And 2 Aprilias on the front row is exactly what the Aprilia team would want. And there is Johan Zarco down in 18th for the Avintia team. But let's get ready for the start of the race then. So for this one, I am definitely thinking of a medium or a soft medium, should I say. I think that's going to be the best option in terms of tyre strategy. So we are going to go for that right now. Soft front, yeah, we've got loads of those. And rear tyre, we'll go for a medium, play it safe. I could go maybe a harder front tyre, but I'm going to go with what I know best. Fuel-wise, we'll run 0.5 extra. I don't think we're going to need much more. I think we've got good pace around here. So hopefully we can just try and check out at the front. That's the target. And yeah, without further ado, let's jump into it. And let's get the German Grand Prix here at the Sachsenring underway. Here we go then. First get selected. Let's see what kind of start we can get as the lights are on. And it's lights out and away we go here for the German Grand Prix. Looks like a good start from us. What we like on the brakes into turn 1. We've got to readapt to the dry conditions. Looks like Crutchlow is having a look, but we're going to just about hang it around the outside here through turn 2. Now into turn 3. It looks like we have stayed in front, and there we go. We hold on to our lead for now as we go through Omega. Right, good start from us. 15 laps ahead of us, a long way to go yet. It's the shortest race on the calendar, I believe. And the track with the most left-handers, I think, as Alicia Spargaro makes his way up to P2. Good start from him on the Works Aprilia. I tell you, if we can get a podium somehow, that would be unbelievable. But we're already checking out the front here. Pace looks very good. Bike feels great on these tyres. So let's try and get the hammer down and open up a gap to the guys behind. Oh, yellow flag. Espargaro has gone down as we get on the grass. I think multiple riders have gone down. It's not just Espargaro. Dovi's up to P2. I think Crutchlow's gone as well. Multiple riders have gone down. Viñales has gone as well, down in P20. Bagnaia possibly as well. That was a multi-rider crash at the final corner. We'll maybe try and catch a replay of that, but not sure what the hell happened there. Yellow flag. Dovi's gone down. Oh no, more riders have gone down. We've got a glitch, guys. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. The riders crash at the final corner. Alex Marquez is now P2. I don't know what the hell was happening, but all the riders are crashing at the final corner. I've just seen on the minimap. There is a bug around this circuit. Oh my goodness me. Wow. I saw Petrucci crash in qualifying, so it adds up. You then add up the crash from the last lap. The fact that Espargaro and Crutchlow went down, and then a lap after that, Dovi went down, and with Rossi as well, I think, and a few others. And the gap we've got now is absolutely massive. I mean, I'm cruising. We'll get confirmation. If I had to bet money on it, let's watch and let's see. I think there's going to be another crash at the final corner. Let's wait and see what happens as we make our way through this section. I bet a bunch more riders go down. Alex Marquez, I believe, is a P2 still, so let's see as we make our way through there. That's how you take it beautifully there. Let's see if anyone goes down. Watch the bottom right. Yellow flag. Yep. Nakagami goes down. Great. And probably not the only one. Alex Marquez still P2, so he's holding on. Oliveira goes down as well. Lecuona's up to 3rd place. I mean, what the hell? Binder's up to 8th. Rossi's up to P5. Zarco P6. Well, this is up there with the weirdest of races. It's an absolute raffle, this is. We'll push on. We'll keep on getting to the finish, but this race is going to be a very strange one. Yellow flag, and there you go. Alex Marquez does go down eventually. So, yeah, it looks like everyone's crashing. Rossi's gone down again at the final corner. Lecuona is up to 2nd place on the Tech 3 KTM. Brad Binder goes down as well. Iannone up to P4 now on the Aprilia. This is so weird, man. It's so broken. I think we're going to lap people in this race due to that, because they're going to keep getting damage in their bike, and their bike's going to get worse and worse anyways. But Lecuona, Eco Lecuona on the Tech 3 KTM is P2. I mean, what the hell? I am actually intrigued just to see the results are going to be at the end of the race and who's going to be where. I'm really, really curious to see who's going to crash the least and pick up the pieces and get a podium. There's the corner. He's finally gone down now as well, so another one bites the dust. Don't even know who's P2 anymore. We've actually pulled away that much through the crashes that we've lost them on the radar. Another one bites the dust. Zarco there. He was up to P3, but he's gone down. The corner goes down again. More crashes at the final corner. Probably not the only one. We'll get confirmation in a moment. I have no idea who's behind me. I think there's a Marquez quite high up, but I'm not sure which one it is. Again, we'll have to get confirmation on that later on at the Grand Prix, but looks like not that many riders have actually gone down this time. Seems like they've got bored of crashing at the final corner, so yeah, hopefully they don't crash anymore. It's a shame as well because I've actually got some genuine tyre wear in this race. You can see on the left-hand side of the tyres, I should have gone a bit harder, so we may struggle right at the end of the race, but no one's going to challenge me for it, which is a real shame. I've not seen a rider's name pop up in a long time, and I can't see any riders on track. I'm actually genuinely wondering if every single rider has DNF'd. I need to check this. Hang on, I need to check. Is there a way of like... I'm going to skip ahead a minute. I'm going to skip ahead real quick. I need to check this. Like, I don't normally do this. I hate getting rid of the professionalism on these episodes, but I need to skip ahead. Let's keep going. Is there anyone else? Is there a way of like checking other riders? Okay, Lacrona's there. Never mind, he's gone. Wow, that's it. No one's on track. There's no one on track. There's Lacrona. He was the last rider, and he went. So you're going to tell me Lacrona is going to get a podium from DNFing? I don't know, man. There's no riders left, so I may as well just retire. There's no point in me even like riding as the camera's glitched out. Yeah, there's no point in me riding. I swear everyone's gone. I've had no sector splits, no overtakes, no crashes come up for a while, so I legit think everyone is crashing this race. You know what? I'm going to just retire. I don't see the point. If it means we miss out on 25 points, then so be it. But I don't want to get 25 points for this reason. So we're going to retire and see what happens. There we go. I mean, that was a farce. You know, absolute just robbery. I don't even know what to call it, but that is one of the worst things I've seen in any video game. That is abysmal. How they haven't picked that up in testing, you know, making the game, I have no idea. But we win the race. Lacrona gets a second place, and Alex Marquez is in third. Johan Zarco fourth, Iannone P5 ahead of Rabat in P6. Valentino Rossi P7 ahead of Brad Binder and Petrucci, with Oliveira rounding out the top 10. Nakagami, Espargaro, Quattararo, Dovi and Marc Marquez round off the top 15, and missing out on the points is Rins, Miller, Morbidelli, Mir, Vinales, Crotchlow, Bagnaia and Alicia Espargaro. So there we go. Yeah, absolute calamity really. Nothing to say about that. In terms of the Riders' Championship, we are 33 points clear of Marquez. We get 25 points and we extend our lead. And it's a long way clear for us in the championship. So it is what it is. In terms of the Team Championship though, we're in second. We overtake Ducati, still 13 points behind Repsol Honda. And finally, in terms of the Constructors, we are 12 points clear at the top of the sheets. But guys, I apologise for this here today. Nothing I can really do. It's out of my hands. Just an absolute calamity, and the AI are horrible. So yeah, hopefully things improve around Assen, but that was an absolute joke. But guys, if you still enjoy the video, I'd appreciate a like. Also subscribe if you are new for hopefully more regular MotoGP races, and also turn notifications guys to not miss out on any content from me, whether it be F1 or MotoGP, and also check out the 2 videos on your screen if you have missed them. But that is it from me here today at a very strange German Grand Prix, and I'll see you all next time for the Dutch TT of Assen.